All right. Welcome everybody to our Monday Funcast here. We missed a week because the Vikings had an amazing Monday night football game against Chicago that we didn't want to miss out on. So we're back this week. Beside me is fellow Vikings sympathizer Trent, and
Yeah.
below me is well, it's Homer Bryant, which he'll talk about the Chiefs and talk about that good Lambo home cooking that happened last night.
Oh, there was a lot of home cooking, that's for
There's a
sure.
lot of home cooking. You guys probably think I complain a lot about the home cooking that happens over there in Green Bay. Yeah, there's a reason
Mhm.
for it. There is a reason for it, but we'll talk a little bit of football, but that's kind of going to be a small part tonight. There's a lot of other things we have on the discussion table tonight. So, Bryant, you want to give your reaction to last night?
Well, I mean, again, as much as I didn't like the final 2 minutes, we've been saying all year the Chiefs should not be in this position, but they do not have one weapon that's differentiating himself. Rice is finally coming to his own, but they're not treating him like a true wide receiver one, which is really weird. I mean, like we're watching the Bengals right now. Jamar Chase is out there every single play. If Rice is the only guy that's proven anything, he needs to be out there every single play. Now, I don't know if it's just a stamina thing, which it might still be, but I mean, Kadarius Toney, I think he only did 12 snaps last night. Our receivers are terrible. So as much as yeah, that one defensive pass interference I would have set us up for first and goal and gotten like at least 3 to 4 shots there. That was a pretty big bullshit. It wasn't like he was getting the ball out quick either. They had that 4th and 1 and he threw it 30 yards and made a completion. It didn't feel like we were getting much pressure at all, man. I don't know. It's just he was just so efficient with the ball. It just didn't feel like it, I guess.
Mhm.
So
I didn't see a lot of the game, but I will say the what I did watch, the Chiefs defense did look like they were pretty unmotivated last night.
hmm well, and we lost Brian Cook, and he's not our best corner, but he's just one of those solid pieces. But it was also late in the game, so it wasn't like that was the whole reason we were down either. They just I don't know. I don't know if they're getting you just prime time doesn't get them up anymore. But I'm going to tell you right now, this Bills game is going to be our game of the year here right now because we aren't playing like we kind of give a fuck. You know, we're the 4th seed right now in the AFC, and with every chance that we've been given that we should be the number 1 seed.
Who are you behind? Miami,
Uh,
Baltimore,
Miami Jaguars playing right now, and
okay,
what's that?
and Baltimore.
Yeah,
Okay.
Baltimore's 1 seed. Uh, shockingly.
Man, you know what? A couple things for me this year. As much as I crapped on Lamar Jackson, he looks fantastic this year. And
Mhm.
as much as I crapped on Ohio State quarterback CJ Stroud, he is fantastic. So yeah, I was wrong on a couple things this year.
And Joe Burrow.
And Joe Burrow,
I'm just kidding.
yeah,
Joe's
yeah,
been injured this
yeah,
year. I just want to see your
yeah.
reaction to that.
Ohio State legend Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll claim him.
They'll claim him. They're not going to claim whoever just went to the
Oh,
transfer portal.
you know what I just saw tonight. Auburn University was, hey, congratulations on graduate Bo Nix. And they're all doing the lovey-dovey bullshit. He's going to New York, and all of a sudden, if he has that slight chance of winning, oh, former Auburn. Now get the fuck out of here with that, man.
Hmm.
If that's they're congratulating for his n- Heisman nomination, I guess. That
Yeah.
was just for this year. Like none of that had anything to do with Auburn. Like
No.
Wasn't
Hey guys, in case you forgot, he came from us. Just
yeah.
wasn't that what Joe Burrow kind of said? I went to school at Ohio State. I played football at LSU.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's actually very accurate.
Yeah, yeah. Take that as you will. But
So I don't know. Chiefs they're not playing up to their potential, but I really don't know. With now that it's confirmed, these wide receivers are not going to be any better than what we were hoping. This might be their full potential unless they can get their heads out and create something, man. Last year we were getting some magic with late in the year and getting some play calls and all of a sudden figuring out what's going wrong. But a year later, Nicole Hardman, he's not doing anything. Kadarius Toney, he's not doing anything. You guys probably aren't familiar. Richie James, which is like our sixth or seventh wide receiver. Yeah, close. But like he was being efficient and he only had like one catch, but he only had 4 snaps. So it's just like I don't know. We're still somehow working through the kinks. What are we, week 13, 14 weeks into the season? 14 weeks in, we don't quite know who our best receiver is.
But you know what?
It's not a winning competition.
This probably will upset you, but even Kelsey doesn't look the same. He looks different.
Age, I mean, and that's
is it finally hitting
we expected
him?
To come. But like, what's that?
Is it finally hitting him?
I mean, it hit him like a brick shithouse, though, didn't it? I mean, it was last year he was looking just as normal as ever, and all of a sudden, bam, and he's doing the interviews about retirement and shit. It's like Jesus, that we thought we had a couple years to get his protege in and teach him up, and all of a sudden he might be gone. So
comes at you fast.
No, he just I don't know.
Hey.
He's had 2 of his worst career games in the last 4 weeks and stuff. Like it just seems like it's hit him hard now.
I bet you, honestly, that injury from the Vikings game, I bet you it's still affecting him a bit.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
But again, it should be worst games of your career. No, like that's worrisome if that's what's causing it.
Yep. Yeah, and even like the offensive pass interference, he's never had to do that before. He's never had to try to push off like he did last night.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Again, as much as those calls, like you're talking about, we shouldn't have been in that situation in the first place, and we shit the bed every time we got in the red zone, man.
It just, as a Vikings fan, it just pisses me off though, because it's same old Lambeau bull crap.
And the same thing, the Packers, they look beatable. Oh my God, someone else is gonna win the division, and then they just start creeping. Have you seen their last 5 games? I mean, other than the Vikings, every one of them is like very clear that they should be winning.
I haven't looked at
Vikings.
their schedule. I have not looked at their schedule. I'm guessing they play the Bears once or twice.
I can't remember. All I remember is seeing 4 losing records on the final 5 games and going, yeah, that's
so
gonna be an easy one.
They play the Giants, the Buccaneers, the Panthers, the Vikings, and the Bears. They could win every one of those games.
Toughest game is easily at Vikings, but
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, here's 6-6 pack, 5-6 pack going into last week.
Are they playing home? Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. And all of a sudden, it's going from we got them, they're dead this year finally to they won 3 straight here, and like we said, we can see them winning another 5, and that's just the Packer way. They've changed coaches, they've changed quarterbacks, and it's the same fucking Packer way here.
Yep. No, they are at the Giants, home for the Buccaneers, at the Panthers, at the Vikings, home for the Bears.
That's going to be a terrible Monday night game against the Giants.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
My buddy Steve's going to be pissed. Josh Allen just intercepted the pass here in the Jags game, and he had him at like plus 4,000 to score a touchdown.
Oh.
And he got tackled at the 10. Oh, man.
What the heck? Oh. Why are they doing these? Why is Cincinnati doing these stupid trick wide receiver passes?
That's the second one. I don't know.
The first
Browning
one
has been running it, and I have no clue why they're doing it. Oh boy, that was just garbage too.
The first one didn't work with Chase, so let's do it. Let's do it with somebody else. Let's do it with our least athletic person.
You know what I always say? If you're gonna complete a pass, you better put it in your number 3 wide receiver's hands. It's the only one I would trust throwing the ball.
Yep. You know, I don't really have any hopes as a Vikings fan anymore the rest of the season. So it's like let Green Bay do what they want. I don't know.
No, I would say when you lose the hope as a fan, it's terrible. But it's like I just gotta start cheering for either start gambling to have a motivation in the game, or like you said, you gotta go full hatred on some team.
We let Josh Dobbs throw 4 interceptions against Chicago, a terrible Chicago team, and just let him keep doing it. And the rumor is KOC is going to stick with him. So
Hall didn't show anything in practice, huh?
now the rumor, who knows if the rumor is true or not, but the rumor is the management wants Hall to be playing. They want to see what Hall has. I mean, they drafted him, so let's see what he has. Dobbs has, in the last 2.5 games, Dobbs has had more, a season's worth of turnovers. So let's see what the young guy has. He had promise against Atlanta right away. So let's see what he has. But I guess KOC, and I like KOC, but this is the same guy last year that kept on saying Donatel wasn't an issue as defensive coordinator. Well, he was, but he doesn't like to make changes. So.
Well, and I feel like that sometimes it's like at a certain point you can't just shit on a guy. You've been working with him for the last couple years, and we're week 12 of 17. You're not going to shit. It's the same thing we're seeing at Iowa with Deacon Hill. Even if Lavis or their backup was ready, they're not going to just shit on Hill and be like, yeah, he's why we're losing. I mean, you kind of just got to stick with your decision at that point, even though it's the wrong one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, Joey, but that was one of the roughest football games I've ever watched. That offense, man.
Is this the trust tree?
The what?
Are we in the trust tree? Can I tell you something?
Huh.
I sent Trent these 2 bets, but I was actively cheering for Iowa. I was at an Iowa watch party, and I had a good time. We were all pissed off at refs and fuck Michigan and all that fun stuff. And I had 2 bets. One hit, and one didn't. The one that didn't is I had Michigan minus 34.5. I thought they were going to win by 5 touchdowns, and they just slowed it down. They started running all the time, and I knew that was going to happen, but I was like, I just got to be full hater. Lost that one. I also bet more money on I got plus 372 odds at Iowa minus half a point, and I took it and I won a lot of money. It felt pretty good. Like the hating finally paid off, is what I'm saying. It was bet 10 to win 35, I think. It was incredible.
I tried everything I could to do first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, first half, second half, full game under for Iowa. Where I was trying to do it, didn't allow me to.
Mm-hmm.
And it went every
like
single one would have hit. No, not a parlay, just taking all those individual bets.
Yeah.
And the place that I was trying to do it through wouldn't allow me to.
I didn't have any money on that game. I was back in Iowa, so I did put in some bets on the Bama Georgia game, but I was just messing around on the DraftKings app or FanDuel app, and to put $100 on Michigan money line, you'd have won $2.50. It's plus 4,000, or sorry, minus 4,000.
Well, and so it was kind of funny because I was talking about this game with my father-in-law, and he doesn't pay too much attention to college football. And he's like, "Doesn't Iowa have a good defense? They should be able to keep up with Michigan." I'm like, you don't understand. Like, Iowa's defense is number one. Iowa's defense is good against the Big Ten West teams. They don't ever see anything like the Big Ten East teams. They literally cannot score a point. Oh, they've got to be able to score something. No, they literally cannot score a point.
Yeah. I will say the defense did everything they could. That defense was out there so damn long. Yeah, like he's right. Their defense played well, but like when you're out there 2-3 times as many plays as you're supposed to be, you're gonna get tired out. And that game, like Michigan, their touchdown drives were only within the 10-yard line, both of them. Otherwise, if you say you take those 2 out, I mean they still win. What's that, 12-0? But I mean, Michigan only scoring 12 points. That's a pretty good start, or a pretty good finish. Even 26 points by Iowa was good, but like we've said all year, just like when they see true competition, because by no means are we going to say Iowa State's great or good. You can say good on certain days,
but they're not going to be Ohio State or
yes, the
Michigan
next
type level.
No,
yeah.
the two ranked teams they played, they combined 0 points against them.
Let me hold on. Let me get
Penn
my
State and
calculator out.
Michigan.
Carry the one.
Well, and that was
It was 0.
the funny thing about
Math
the
checks out.
Math.
That's the funny thing about the Vikings Bear games. There were so many people upset about the Vikings allowing a touchdown at the end to let Chicago win. We had 4 turnovers and allowed 13 points. Like, that is honestly remarkable. Like, you can't be upset about the defense on that.
No. I've started to in my gambling group here. I've started to get into like first and anytime touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, those are actually really fun to do. Rather than spreads and you're like, God, don't score any more points. It's like, I just need to see Travis Etienne hit the end zone once. It doesn't even matter how, and I can make 3 times my money.
Yeah.
You know, or Charlie Jones, is this? Chase Brown? Oh, never mind, Chase Brown. But you know, I'm putting odds on guys that are like plus 1,400. They don't hit, you know.
Yeah.
But like last week, I hit T.J. Hawkinson. It was like plus 400 odds, I think. I mean, I changed $10 into $45 just by believing in a Hawkeye. You know.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a Twitter account that I follow. I guess an X account that I follow, and he uses AI to do single game parlays, and he did a $50 to $1,000 challenge in 6 days, and he got it. And I didn't bet that much money,
Oh,
but I definitely followed him on it, and definitely won all 6 of those and made some money off of that.
hell yeah, dude. Well, you better not drop the link here. You better drop it to us later though, so we can start making some
For sure,
fucking cash money
for sure, yeah.
before the holidays. You know.
Mm-hmm. For sure, yeah. Everyone likes a little money, right?
Well, I prefer a lot, but you know, I'll take a little.
So, you mentioned starting to hate something. Freaking Philadelphia, man. Can't that team? Am I the only one?
No, they're the biggest group of scumbags that I've ever had like the displeasure of watching. And I know a few Philly fans. They're not terrible. Like, but they're like from Iowa, so they actually have some common courtesy. I've never seen one video of an actual Philly fan from Philly that I would ever want to be associated with.
The only fan base you have to worry about getting the shit beat out of you at a stadium if you go to an away game. Like that says a lot about you. But like Sirianni, his shtick at the beginning was kind of fun, but now I can't tolerate him. He's not quite up to Sean Payton, levels, but if it ever gets to be Bountygate, he might be worse than Sean Payton.
Yeah.
And then Big Dom, I'm sorry, why is he getting in the middle of a player altercation? Why is he involved with that?
Yeah, it's a scumbag move from a scumbag city, dude. I mean, you have personnel that's not a coach or anyone that's willingly getting in someone's face and shoving and doing all that and provoking an ejection out of it. No, there needs to be some punishment.
Mhm.
You know, that guy either is not back on the field or fire him. Who cares? There's no reason why he should ever even be on the field, dude.
The worst part too is the announcers like blowing their load all over him. Like did you watch the game?
A little bit, not too much.
They just sat there talking about how he's a hero in Philadelphia and how everyone loves this guy and now they're gonna love him even more and all this stuff. And it's like, dude, like he's doing something that he shouldn't be doing. And first of all, the tackle, he was in bounds. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I really didn't. But they flagged that, and then of course it was in front of Philly's sideline, which that caused issues. But yeah, for him to get involved was just, they got rid of the dude from Miami who gave Tyreek Hill a phone. Do the same with this guy.
Yeah.
Like he gave a prop. Who cares? But this guy's trying to get involved with the player altercation. Get him out.
Yeah.
Is that the cameraman, or the photographer? I mean, that you're talking about?
For who?
Oh, so there was a photographer that can't work any NFL games or any Miami games the rest of the year because it's like Tyreek Hill's friend, and he was a NFL photographer, and I don't know, he took pictures of him doing backflips or some shit, and yeah, nobody else saw this.
Well, so what I'm referring to is this young kid that he
Yeah,
gave Tyreek a phone.
Yeah, this is different.
Okay. No, I haven't seen that.
So but he was an employee of the NFL, and I'm assuming because he took photos of like a not sports moment, or I'm assuming he was taking them for Tyreek, even though he's employed through the NFL. Am I hearing that right?
Let's see. So Tyreek Hill. So since the NFL suspended him, Tyreek Hill is going to pay this guy's lost wages. That's kind of cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was filming his backflip selfie celebration video.
I feel like we're talking about the same thing.
Okay, is this it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, but that makes sense. Hey, you're an NFL, you're a general employee, you're to just be an observer, and you're actively participating in one player celebration. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it is the same thing we're talking about here.
Yep. Yeah, that's crazy.
One thing specifically with Tyreek, and I don't know if you guys like notice it at all, or if it's just on the Chiefs forums, is I wonder if he's ever gonna just stop talking about the Chiefs.
I saw that.
It's so weird talking about like he's like, oh man, I felt like I was I felt like the side chick, man. Holmes had Kelsey and blah blah. It's like he threw to you to the most of anyone on the team. Oh, he didn't take me to the fancy restaurants. Dude, you left 2 years ago. Get the fuck over it, man. Like it must be something with this podcast. We need to do more clickbaity shit like that because it's just like I feel like when his views goes down, he's got to talk about Mahomes or the Chiefs or I'm glad I'm out of there or this is the most accurate quarterback or whatever bullshit he's got to say and gets clicks. That's all it is.
Yeah. No, I saw that and I just started laughing. It's like you're you felt like the third wheel or you're just the jaded ex-girlfriend at this point.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like I don't know, especially and it's not just him. There's a lot of number one wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jamar Chase did it this year as well. It's like I need more. Get it to me. I'm always over. Throw it to me. Throw it to me. It's like, well, when you get the most targets, man, like we'll keep doing it, but like, what more do you want? We're not gonna just pass it to you 40 times a game, you know?
Yep.
Did anybody see the Lions Saints game?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes, I did see that, man.
The guy for the chain gang get taken out by Alvin Kamara and just totally snapped his leg.
Mm-hmm.
That it was so great, and like the camera was on it so long because it was looking at Alvin.
Yeah.
Like, is he okay? And you just see this guy, like, I don't know how the mic wasn't picking it up, his screaming.
Yeah.
But, like, you could just see his foot hanging there like it is now. Whoa. Gross.
Yeah.
Did they ever say,
So
is
bad.
it an ACL? Is it a broken leg? How long is he going to be out for?
I'm guessing that's a broken tib fib. He's done for the year.
Yeah.
No more chain gang now.
Nope.
He needs to go and talk to Aaron Rodgers' surgeon.
Bring in the second string chain gang guy.
The Jaguars game, they got people in the hot tub in the third quarter here. What time is it right now?
Well,
it's 10:30 at night over there, and they're just a lot of dudes hanging out in a hot tub with each other.
Okay, so that's a great transition to what I found. Okay,
is this the album cover?
Ooh.
Yes.
All right.
So, okay, the song. What song is it now? Son of a gun. Still the One is the song from the 70s.
Oh, I thought it was Still the One by Shania Twain. I was ready for it.
So I was on Spotify, because I had my 31,000 minutes from my Spotify rewind that I listened to last year.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was listening to some Don Henley radio because I like some Eagles. I like some of that old type stuff. And this song came on, and the album cover, it caught my attention. And I'm curious what the backstory of it is. I'll share it here. How do I share it? Let's see here. It's very.
So the song named Still the One and by who?
Orleans.
Orleans. Okay.
Yes. Why am I not able to find this now? Hang
Third
tight.
button.
Hang tight. No, like it's not pop. Oh, there we go. There we go.
All right, here.
Let's see this here. Oh no, that's just a bunch of dudes having a good time, man.
Just a bunch of dudes being bros. Come on.
Yeah.
What? I was just.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, what?
That is a lot of hair on their heads.
Yeah.
There's a backstory to this for some reason of why this picture was the album cover. I am very curious what it was, and they're looking like they're having a good time doing
I'm
this.
guessing it's a good thing it's only from the waist up.
Oh no. Yeah. Because here's the thing, we only see mid-navel, and I don't see any belts or pants or anything.
Yeah.
They're just
Just
a bunch of bros
just-
making music,
just a
having a
bunch
good time.
dudes being bros.
Hey, when you're making music with your bros, sometimes you're just strumming along. You got to get inspired somehow. Let the breeze hit you.
They all, the band just all of a sudden they all randomly showed up at the local bathhouse, and they're just like, you know what? Let's just take an album cover here,
You know
boys.
This was a trend a couple years ago. They were talking about it during COVID. Maybe they're just doing a bunch of perineum tanning, just getting some direct sunlight in areas they don't typically get sunlight, and they're like, hey, I got an idea for our album cover.
The guy in the middle up front, he's looking down at something. I'm not sure. Kind of
Whoa.
a,
Take a little peek. Whoa.
don't lurk too long there, sir.
Hanging. So I see you hang to the right a little, huh, Frank?
He's very interested.
I don't like how number 2 here is staring into my soul.
Yeah,
He is just
over his shoulder.
Jim from The Office.
Yeah.
We talked about musical cults. He's saying, "Hey, come join our cult. You won't be. you'll have it
Jim
happy."
From The Office. The middle guy is Jim Henson. I'm sure you could say one of these is Jim Morrison. We could just have a bunch of Jims here.
Like Jim Henson, like Muppet Babies, or what are we talking
Yeah,
about?
like the Muppets. Yeah.
One of them is Daryl Hall.
Oh, really? I did not know that actually.
Yeah, Hall and Oates. I'm not sure which one it is, but
you know what that directly reminds me of, and I'm gonna have to share this now. Because we just talked about how a bunch of shirtless guys being dudes here. You remember that Indiana football game a few years ago where the crowd just started it was a shitty game. They're down 17-0 to Rutgers, for Christ's sakes. And they just had 5 guys in the upper deck just take their shirts off, and then 10, 20, and then by halftime a whole section of these guys just taking their shirts off, having a good old time, just guys being dudes, dude.
No, I mean, I'm not judging. It's you do whatever you want. I've just never been playing I've never been playing in a scramble with the boys and been like, you know what's gonna make the scramble way better?
Hey. Getting some nips out. That's what it's gonna be.
You get that shirt off. You're gonna swing so much looser. Come on,
swing free, baby.
See, for me, if I ever had to in real life had to stay awake and watch an Indiana football game, I'd probably have to take my shirt off too and let that crisp Bloomington breeze hit my bosom.
I don't have the photo editing abilities that my brother has, because he's able to do some pretty good photo editing just on his phone. Somehow our cover needs to be that picture with our faces on.
I think Kevin can make that happen.
Kevin's down in the Bahamas now. He's going to have to do that after.
He's in the Bahamas? Is that what you said?
Yeah, he's swimming with some piggies today.
Well, then he's got all the time in the world on vacation. He could do this. He could get her done tomorrow.
Swimming with what?
Swimming with pigs.
Okay, I thought I heard you say they have pigs that are out in the water in the Bahamas?
Yeah, that's a thing down there.
What? Yeah. Pigs.
If I could, I wish I could share my phone here.
That's actually pretty funny.
It looks like it'd be awesome.
It's the cleanest. The shocking thing is the cleanest water I've ever seen too.
Share it. Mm-hmm. Share that screen, Bryant.
Oh, that looks like a fucking blast, man. Actually.
Yeah, Kevin sent us a few pictures. If I could show it on my phone, it looks like it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, look at that cute little pig.
Yeah.
Brown nose. See, this is the one that looks crazy. Like, I mean, they're just full blown. You can see everything. It's clean water.
Mm-hmm.
So are these wild
I like this
pigs?
picture,
Like they
too.
just know to come to the water and swim with you, or what?
I'm not positive how wild they are. It's an excursion, so so many people have swam with them.
Yeah,
But
Look at how big this pig is.
a big boy.
yeah,
Oh, it's not showing it.
if I only could share a picture of my brother in his swimming trunks with holding a pig.
You know, when you don't actually have to like care for pigs, because I worked at a hog farm and I hated them. They're not that bad. Like they're kind of fun when you can cuddle with a pig this size. But
Mm-hmm.
well, once they start looking like this one, ugh, I no thank you.
My dad goes hog hunting in Oklahoma every year, and those things are freaking ugly. Those boars.
Like those feral hogs.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those things are just nasty.
Yeah, no, those are the ones that there's a meme that came out like a few years ago, and it's like people like you shouldn't be hunting hogs, and it's like, well, what am I supposed to do when I have 25 to 50 feral hogs? And like this guy describes this actual serious problem with his farm out there, and everyone can't take it seriously. It's like feral pig, like because you don't just see feral pigs hanging around in Iowa or South Dakota or anything, but it's a real problem with those boars and shit down there.
Mm-hmm. They're good eating though.
Bacon tastes a little sweeter when you're the one that kills it, right?
That's right. Well,
So
when somebody else still kills and does all the work, I'm still good with it.
So one of my
Yeah, there you
coworkers
go.
from Kansas, he would go to Texas on this hunt, and they were hunting these pigs, and there is like on this guy's just gigantic property, like this ranch, and it was fenced in, but they just had all these wild hogs out there and like all these other animals, and he's like, yeah, I was just sitting there and I could like hear something behind me. I turn around and there's like a zebra behind him, just on this guy's property in Texas. Just had all these weird animals in there.
That's funny.
Was he an exotic animals like collector or something?
I guess I don't know. You couldn't.
Okay.
You obviously weren't there to shoot the zebras, but just the pigs. But the guy had them.
Zebras being an asshole, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't think twice about it.
I bet they're mean.
So if we do that picture, I think Joey's got to be the one looking down at you, Bryant.
I'm okay with that. We need a side profile for what? Don't worry about it. We'll explain later. And I think we just put Pulse on the top instead of Orleans.
Yes. Oh, that'd be such a good company photo. Should we stick to music with that? It was you with that song there, wasn't it?
What about this one?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
One. Oh god, Bryant, take it away.
Yeah, well, like, because we all know that she's been taking over the NFL and everything else here. Did you guys not see the article? This article that I'm gonna pull up I'm gonna share it here, but Harvard is gonna be offering a T Swift class, Taylor Swift.
So here's the argument for not forgiving student loans.
Yeah. If you are going to take this class and spend the money, I am not paying for it.
God.
No, fuck.
That's why I
This one
said
is like the one where I agree.
just for the sole reason that they have this class, Harvard is no longer the prestigious institution it once was.
Yeah, this is an Ivy League school, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an Ivy League school here. And sorry, I'm finally getting it pulled up here. But Harvard University will reportedly offer a new course in 2024 titled Taylor Swift and Her World. The course will dive into how Swift's work intersects with the literary canon. I mean, so you're gonna take this class. It's gonna be 1 credit, and your job is to break down Blank Space in 1989 in the Red Album. I mean, this devalues my degree that I got a decade ago.
Yeah.
Is hearing that higher education is taking a Taylor Swift class.
So when she said everything was red changed my life, man. Just changed my life.
Yeah. See, the symbolism by saying that is, I mean, that's. I took a women's studies class, and that this sounds like half the projects they made me do is like break down this Katy Perry music video, explain the symbolism of Katy Perry having two fireworks shooting out of her boobs and the empowerment of women. It's like I can't because it doesn't make any sense, but I had to, and I got an okay grade in the class. But like,
That was seriously an assignment.
yeah, no, we did. It wasn't firework. It was roar about women's empowerment that I had to break down. It was an assignment to say the least. It was terrible. I don't know why, but I even had to get partnered up. I had to do a meeting outside of class to get this done. It was just one of those like this is such a waste of time type of assignments, man.
So when we graduated from Nuke Med School, it took me probably 2 months to get a job down in Kansas. And after we graduated, I had this crazy idea. I'm gonna work my way towards becoming a PA. That lasted for about 8 weeks, not even 8 weeks, because I took a quarter of a semester from USD, and one of the classes was film appreciation, and I had to dissect these stupid freaking movies that I would never ever watch on my own time. I'm like, I am paying $40,000 to do stupid classes like this. I am not doing this shit. And
Yep.
yeah, that was my 4 weeks at USD alum.
Well,
Go
Go
Yotes.
Yotes, right?
Go Yotes.
we don't say that for a Trent actually.
Yeah, don't even.
He'll ears up you to death.
Yep.
I'll recommend you since you've taken that film appreciation class.
I took 4 weeks in that film appreciation class.
4 weeks. I want you to rent the movie The Holy Mountain, and then you get back to me on what you think that movie means.
Did you watch your 20 minutes of Matt Rife?
No, I didn't waste my time. I apologize.
I had it playing in the background at work. I made about 10 minutes of it.
Just on YouTube or is it Netflix? You know, I'll just YouTube Matt Rife 10 minutes, and I'm sure I won't get through it.
It wasn't good. Like, it wasn't that it was edgy or, it just wasn't funny. Like,
I heard it was like he knows his audience is like 100% women because it's like, hey, he got veneers, he's got good teeth now, he's a good-looking guy. It's just women that go to his shows now, and his crowd work is mostly women. From what it sounds like, I've heard other people break down, just like he's trying to be like, no, I'm in everyone's comic, and he makes like men's jokes, and it's like, dude, just like know your role. You're very niche. You look good. Women laugh at you because you look good. Just accept it. You're gonna make a killing doing that. You know.
And the only thing, if you come across a video of him online, it's literally only crowd interaction. It's not stand up.
Yeah. Like I think one of the first jokes was how old is Matt Rife? He's like 27 or 28, something like that. And one of his first jokes is how he hates young people. It's like, you are young people. Like, I'm 34 and I still consider myself young.
So he hates his fans.
Yeah, he hates his fans.
Man.
And I mean, it leads to how he loves older women. That's who I like to date, is older women. It's like, okay, this is funny.
This has got to be photoshopped. Like, no, I'll show you here if it's the right photo that comes up. It looks like the plastic surgery just went too far. Here it is. Sorry, I had to. Like, have you ever said, like, I don't even know how to explain it. There's like meme photos of like the most obnoxious muscular guy, and it like all the features, like the cheekbones and stuff. That's this picture of him, dude. I don't know. Sorry, let me get it pulled up here. I mean, look at this picture of him.
Yeah.
Does that not look like something's wrong?
That looks like plastic surgery.
Yeah, plastic surgery went wrong, but like,
yeah,
Here.
That one looks real bad. But there's some of them that don't look great either.
I got one for you. Someone said Matt Rife looks like Phil Mills' mom from Rugrats, and now I can't unsee it.
Oh my god, I can't see that, man. I mean, the only thing is he's got a sharper jaw at this point.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I
holy
don't know,
hell,
like,
yeah.
and we talked about it last week, and you just said it, like, that your audience is young females. Like, there's worse audiences to have.
Yeah,
That you
and
can
well,
it
and like that now I was just reading a quick little snippet there. Apparently, his plastic surgeon is saying something, and that's libel. Whatever, man. Like you're a comedian. He's clearly joking, and if you can't take that type of joke when clearly you look like this at one point, and then 4 years later you look completely different, people are gonna know, dude. Yeah, Kim K. She says the same thing. No one's ever done plastic surgery on me. Now half her ass is gone. Have you?
Yeah.
Have you?
I don't know. Maybe it's different being from the Midwest and just not caring, but why get plastic surgery when you're in your 20s, especially?
Well, you got to fit in. I mean, look at. I'm sorry, I had to. Now that I said it, I had to look it up. The Kim K. But I mean, look at this. The thing is it's kind of like the college football playoffs committee. You have to explain. There has to be some transparency. What happened here on the left, where clearly you had something happen, and then just out of nowhere you change your mind, you get rid of it, and you go, well, no, actually, that was just it's just natural. You don't lose your ass, literally half your ass, just overnight. It's BS.
Just stop doing squats, I guess.
This is a strength
Yeah,
of schedule situation, Bryant.
That's just we need to make that a meme. Kim K with the asses is the SEC. Bama and SEC. Kim with no ass is Florida State ACC schedule. Is that what the
Yeah.
comparison is?
I think you could do that same thing with the album cover. The guy looking at the other guy is the playoff committee, and the guy's looking at it is the SEC.
Bama's.
We need to do that. I mean, we need to bring that album cover back.
I'd be down for that. Yeah, I was worried it was going to get a lot worse when all of a sudden he said an album cover. I've seen some really messed up ones. You had me worried for a second.
Oh yeah, it's just one of those that was very surprising to me. Like, what's the story here?
What
What's
was
the
that band
backstory?
again?
Orleans.
Yeah, I know a few of their songs.
Yeah, they've got a few hits. That's where Daryl Hall started his career. Pretty sure it's Hall. It wasn't Oates. It had to be Hall.
Oh man, if anyone listening or watching, if you want to have a good time, just look up funny album covers, and there are a lot of them.
Are there?
Yeah. I got stared now. Give me 1 second here. I mean, this is the first one that stuck out to me. This is MC Pooh. Some kids I want to be. Oh my lord. I mean, coming out hot here, and this is just an old-fashioned one. I mean, the Faith Tones. Jesus,
Dude, that hair.
What the hell? What's the name? It says Jesus use me. What does that even mean?
That was the prequel
There
to
you
Jesus
go.
Take the Wheel, and things really went sideways.
Yeah. Solid Gold Hammond. That's actually kind of cool. He's got his little aviators on there. Queen little flip. Well, we could do what about Willie and Rising Dick? That's a pretty funny looking album.
He wasn't quite as successful as Jeff Dunham.
I'm sorry, YouTube. I don't know if we can show this one. Eddie Mack. I mean, that guy looks pretty baller there with the piano. No, we forget New Orleans. We're gonna just do this one here. The man naked behind the What is that?
That's a
accordion.
Yeah, be careful. Don't get yourself pinched in there.
Oh, me?
You would think, you have funny album covers. Weird Al would be at one of these, but no Weird Al.
No.
All I see,
Whoa. Oops.
all I see right now is the word boned on the bottom left. I just see boned.
There you go.
Guitar coming out of his zipper. Owned up at the crack. Damn.
That might be the winner.
The wiener or the winner? Because I think
Both.
it is wiener.
Both. There's Uranus. That's got to be.
Yeah, pounding out a beat on Uranus. Okay, now we're just deliberately getting crazy. Oh my god. Asking the true questions, how big is God? I mean, I didn't know we were going to get philosophical here.
I think we found the winners. Orleans has nothing on Boner, on Boned.
Unboned? Yeah. No, boned. Oh, look at this one. Gucci Gooch Doughboy, and it's got the Pillsbury Doughboy with tattoos. That looks pretty fucking cool. Oh, we could just do this one, Fat Boys, and just fat guys holding the pizza. I don't think we can remake this one. I think that we might get in trouble if we do that.
Let's stay away from that one.
Yeah.
Stuffed Jesus. That's just a great name.
Yeah, that is. I mean, look, he looks happy as hell, and he's got a little, Jesus coming out of the pizza right there. Keep feeding my faith, too. Trent, I think you would fit this one pretty good. This guy's a little skinnier. Pat Cooper, spaghetti sauce and other delights. That is that's a definition of awkward here.
Did something happen to Trevor Lawrence?
Ooh, I hope not. That would not be good.
I think something did. I saw a video of him and then a bunch of pictures of crowd members not looking too good.
Well, that ain't too good then.
Ooh.
Disco dog. It's just a dog wearing headphones.
So this song that you found, Bryant. Oh God.
Yeah.
This song that you found, An Old-Fashioned Christmas. Explain this.
Well, while Trent is pulling this up, I was looking the other day on TikTok and trying to steal some content from some people, and they played this song to react to it in real time, and it was really funny. And it's a and I don't know. I don't want to spoil it, but it's a very funny, very good Christmas song.
It's a roller coaster of emotions, really.
Really is.
Yeah, a roller coaster of emotions. Spence said his own guy rolled up on his ankle.
Okay.
Ew, yikes. Well, I hope it's not serious because again, like as much as always is like, even when you're competing for the Vikings, you don't want to beat the Packers when Jordan Love is down or whatever. You want to beat a full strength Packers. That's what makes it fun,
Do we?
Trent, you got it pulled up here.
What am I pulling up?
Oh, I thought you were pulling up An Old-Fashioned Christmas. I can got it here.
You got it.
Okay, I'm gonna post that on our account on
Instagram.
I'll do both. I'll do both. That's fantastic, Trent.
All right, you guys ready here?
Yes.
Can you hear it just fine?
This is your music,
Yeah.
news, and weather. Bringing you the best in Christmas music on this beautiful Christmas
His ankle looks like it hurt a little bit.
Just a banger.
Yep.
Daddy will be coming home as happy as can be.
Dad's working hard for his kids. I like it so far.
Why is he working on Christmas though?
Christmas Eve.
What type of jobs he got that he's working with on Christmas Eve?
Yeah. No, I got to know, how did you find this, Brian?
TikTok.
Okay. So it did come on the radio. No radio. Okay. Darn it.
But great rhythm, nice message so far.
Yeah.
Very wholesome.
We're sorry to interrupt this
What the hell?
but a bulletin has just come in.
Breaking news.
There's been a serious accident involving the number 5 bus out of New Haven. The only information we have is that the bus skidded on a patch of ice and slammed into a tree. Stay tuned to this
Yeah,
station.
Trevor Lawrence having a hard time walking.
Mm.
Oh shit!
Mommy, isn't that the bus Daddy rides each night? Your mind and ease my children.
Just a
Everything's alright.
terrible.
Yeah, you're
Just,
Get
God.
excited.
everything will be okay. I think. Okay, we're gonna work through it.
We're good? Okay, good.
You said it was an old-fashioned Christmas. I thought it was a song about like the drink that Trent likes to make.
Just an old-fashioned Christmas.
I might have old fashions on Christmas.
The good news is I think we're through it and nothing bad is gonna happen now.
No, it's just a wholesome
Shit.
Christmas.
Can't be anything bad gonna happen.
No way. No way anything bad happens,
No.
man. Okay. Uh-oh.
More
Oh,
breaking
what's going
news.
on?
Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been handed the latest report involving bus number 5 out of New Haven. And from all indications, we're sorry to report that there were no survivors.
Oh no.
No. I think
Oh my God, this just can't happen.
what a terrible song.
It just gets better though with the kids singing after.
You walk me down the aisle on my wedding day.
Who's gonna walk her down the aisle, Trent?
I know.
Take me out to play.
Merry Christmas, everybody. No, it's late. I missed my bus.
He missed the bus,
Missed the
guys.
bus.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Dude, like who came in as like, hey, I got an idea. I got a song. We're cutting that song tonight. And then they went through with it. Like, geez.
It ends in like 20 seconds, by the way. The dad's home, everything's fine. But the first time I heard this, I couldn't figure out what the horns were, but that was like the alert. And yeah, going from, hey, a bus crashed. Isn't that Daddy's bus?
Dude. Yeah, I listened to that song for the first time tonight when I was looking through the agenda, and I was like, oh my God. Like, what
I
the
love at
hell?
the end though, the kid's like, "Who's gonna buy me toys? I don't care if Daddy's dead. I need my toys."
Yeah.
Better get a sugar daddy in here, Mom. Better throw that thing back. I need some Christmas presents here, you know? But
Yeah.
they don't make. Speaking of that, of like terrible Christmas songs, that one's not terrible. It's just like terrible message. You know what one I absolutely despise,
Which one?
and it made me think of it this whole time. Because like when you're listening to Christmas songs, what's the last thing you want to think about at that point?
Death, really.
A bus crashing?
Bus crashing and death, both are very good answers. I hate that Christmas song. That's the Christmas shoe. I'm buying shoes for mommy when she sees Jesus tonight. I have to change the like. I can power through that, and that's kind of funny. That one is like legitimately like I have to change the channel. I can't listen to this small child that doesn't have money have to buy shoes for their mom that's dying of cancer that night. Like, she didn't even have time to save up for these shoes. She's got to get them now because she doesn't know when. Like, I just, every time that comes on, change it. Get it out of here. I don't want to listen to it.
I guess I haven't listened to that one. The name's
I'll
familiar.
send it to you.
The name's familiar, but I guess I don't recognize it.
You'll recognize it soon once you listen to it, man. That's the spoiler. I spoiled the whole song, but it's I can't listen to it, man. It's just I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Probably the death part. I
Doesn't-
think is what what gets me every time.
Makes sense.
Doesn't
Yeah.
really get you into the Christmas spirit, huh? Quite as much as Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
Yeah, that one's playfully
It's a
funny.
great one.
The other one had a fake news broadcast. That's real.
Yeah.
Mom's dying
Yeah.
tonight. Oh, can't do that.
And I don't know who my father is.
Oh, for Christmas, my gift was Deion Sanders is my coach for my favorite team, Colorado. We're going bowling this year. Oh shit. Oh no. Who else? Oh my lord. Sorry, I'm just looking over. 7 QBs in the league are out for injuries this year.
Yeah.
5 for the season. Holy shit, dude! I didn't realize it was that bad.
Joey B.
Well, when you-
Kirk O'Chains.
Yep.
Rogers.
Rodgers.
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying, count your blessings when you go to bed tonight. That your Achilles isn't the next one, or your ACL is not the
Hey,
next.
every time I clip on the Peloton, I worry if I'm next.
You got the knee sleeve, don't you?
No, I probably should though. Are you still looking up Christmas shoe? Oh, hey, Deion Sanders. He
Yeah.
is his son leaving Colorado?
No. I think Deion stays at least another year, and if they perform well, he might stay. But I think he's legit just going to get through having his sons at the school,
Yeah,
and then he's out of there.
Mhm.
I had read, who knows if it's true, if that Shedeur was looking for transfer portal possibly, but there's just no way.
Was he not high enough ranked on Dion's kids' power rankings, or
The daughter took over
Yeah.
since his son went 4-8.
yeah?
I'm not sure you saw, but like everyone has been decommitting from Colorado. They got kids transferring out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Christ, even Deion's fiance is in the transfer portal. They're no longer engaged.
Yep.
I mean,
I saw that.
she is off the power rankings now. Would that be the 4 with Deion Jr., Shedeur, Shiloh, and the daughter?
I was shocked when I sent that to the group, and a couple people are like, I don't see the big deal in that. I'm just like, I don't think I can rank family members.
Yeah.
I just
No.
I just can't do. Kudos to those that can. I can't do that, I guess.
It's a very weird behavior because it's like, could you imagine if you ever just said, Mom, who's your favorite? And she goes, the other one. Immediately, like she already knew off the top of your, like, fake it a little bit.
Didn't even
Not
have
just
to
like,
think about it.
yeah, he had him in full rankings. It's like that Montana Tech coach, the one with all the quotes. He
Yeah.
said the same thing. He wishes his life could be a depth chart. You know, that's Deion. I guess Deion's just living that guy's life. Wife number 1, son number 1, son number 2, son number 3. I think his son that almost won the or had chances of winning the Heisman this year would be higher than the social media son, but I guess I don't understand the grind like Deion Jr. does. By the way, we should be watching what we're saying because, like, I know we always make fun of Maserati Marv and who his dad is. I feel like Deion, or I like DS Jr. I feel like he would come right after us as well.
With burner counts.
Yeah, he's looking to make stuff personal. I feel like so we better watch ourselves.
Well, everything's personal in Colorado.
All fuel for them to go 4-8 next year.
It's personal.
Bulletin board material.
He's SI Sportsman of the Year though, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you hear about the SI? I mean, Sportsman of the Year, sure. I mean, I'm just gonna let them write whatever because it doesn't affect me anymore. Like they lost credibility a long time ago. But did you hear that they have AI, or they had AI writing stories for them?
Yep.
How insane is that? That they have fake They go, I had no clue this was happening. You had a fake person that you never met write a fake article, and you had a fake bio in there, and been publishing for months, and you didn't know. Like what the?
And
How does that even?
not much was said about that, but boy, was there a lot made about the whole sideline reporter thing. Not soon before that.
I'm pulling up right now so we can. Open image new tab. I want to pull it up because like you look at the name on here, the guy's I'm sorry, not name, his about. It says Drew. First off, look at that face, just very general. And then it goes, Drew likes to say that he grew up in the wild, which is partially true. He grew up in a farmhouse, surrounded by woods, fields, and a creek. Drew has spent much of his life outdoors and is excited to guide you through his never ending list of the best products to keep you from falling to the perils of nature. Nowadays, there is rarely a weekend goes by where Drew isn't out camping, hiking, or just back at his parents' farm. Like, it is such a generic, you learned nothing about him.
Mm-hmm.
And they just accepted articles upon articles from who they thought was a real person, but is a computer. I mean, I just everyone's worried about AI stealing the movie, the movie writers' jobs and everything else, and they've been stealing sports writers' jobs this whole damn time.
It could be worse. I mean, at least he didn't accuse a 9-year-old of being racist.
Well, yeah, I hate my part of the job, or parts of my job where I almost accuse a 9-year-old of being racist, but usually I catch myself with that.
I think I saw the family's looking to sue Bleacher Report now, so it's like, good, please do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not for canceling people, but if someone feels like they are noble enough or honorable enough where they can cancel a 9-year-old without knowing literally half of the story, you deserve to go down. Deadspin's been dead for a while. Ever since the last thing they ever did well was, do you remember the articles like 10 to 12 years ago? It's why your team sucks.
Well,
And it was an article. What was that?
so they still do that. Have you seen
Oh,
the
wow.
last few years?
No.
Yes, did you do that, Trent?
Yes.
Perfect. I love it. They
But-
still,
but no,
they still do
So
that.
they still do that
It has
article?
gotten so political. You can try to guess what side that they're on. And I mean, you saw what they just did to a 9-year-old, so you can try to guess what side of the aisle they're on. But it is so
Yeah.
political. Kirk Cousins is it's pretty well known that he's a Christian conservative, and that's what
Yeah.
the last 2 or 3 seasons. That's all it's been is a long page of how terrible Kirk Cousins is because he's a Christian conservative.
Let's. I don't want this to go down the wrong road, but the quote of Kirk Cousins saying like, "Well, how would you feel about having gay teammates?" And he goes, "Well, nobody's perfect." That's just kind of funny. I'm sorry. That just like out loud, like we all know he doesn't mean it that way.
Yeah.
But like, holy shit, what a quote in that point. But again, someone from Deadspin that doesn't have any humor probably takes that one quote, and now for 3 years, I keep almost saying Ferentz. Kirk Cousins is just the worst quarterback because he slipped up one time.
Yeah. Yeah, and like he's never done anything bad to anybody, but he goes to church on Sundays when he's not working. He's the worst. He's the devil, basically. It's just like, can we
He
please
practices the opposite of it, but he's actually a Satanist.
can we please, like, for me, just keep the politics out of football and that stuff. Just let it be fun. Just let it be fun.
Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, it's like one of the few things where it does bring so many people together that all of a sudden everyone feels like we just gotta, let's convolute this thing. It's like, no, man, just let football be football.
Yeah,
Shit.
the why your team suck thing used to be hilarious until it just became so political now.
Yeah, and then you'd have the submissions of like 50 Vikings fans,
Mhm.
a 50 Chiefs fan. It's like, and those were the heydays of when our teams were terrible.
Yep.
And just going through, it's like, I remember Joe Montana and all this, and fuck him. Like, it was just basically everyone's like, I thought this was going to be the guy, and it wasn't. Half of the Chiefs ones were, it was like I will never forgive Brody Croyle for giving me any hope in my life. You know, it was everything about that. The Vikings was always about like the love boat
Yep.
and shit. I mean, it was wonderful.
Yep. But yeah, no, they're basically dead. And I hope that 9-year-old owns them and starts turns it over into a website about SpongeBob reruns.
Yeah, I was saying Roblox is what I was gonna say. A blog about Roblox.
Yep.
Roblox.
Yep. Gosh.
Kid, if you want to hire me, my salary is $150,000 a year, and I will write for Roblox.
I want to.
CJ Beathard, former Iowa quarterback, he might be leading them to a game-winning drive here, boys.
I was just going to say the Jaguars are totally screwed. CJ Beathard is in.
He did well. He got it to his playmaker, so he's Trent. He's doing the old Brock Purdy. He just checked down there.
Yeah.
So let's just say you got CJ. You know he's going to be a pretty big deal if Lawrence is out for a couple games. You got him on your fantasy lineup, but your bro wants him off your fantasy lineup. Would you bang your bro's wife to let him have CJ?
You know what? If he wanted to get CJ off my bench, she needs to give me an over the pants handy. I think is what the
is that the going rate for a CJ Beathard trade?
It is CJ Beathard. I think it is. You know, I'm trying to even think like what the big like an Evan Ingram, a nice tight end for the Jags. He's number like 6 in the league.
Yeah.
I mean that might be a lap dance for the whole duration of Genuine My Pony. I think that would be a fair trade, but it has to be their significant other. It has to be.
I mean,
there has to be a label on it, otherwise it doesn't feel as good.
That was the. I mean, that was the well-known Reddit post. Was somebody trading? Does fantasy football get taken that seriously? Is that real?
I mean, for some people, it's got to be. I know one of my buddies. He's in a league where it's. I mean, they're in a $1,200 league. Winner takes all. For those who don't know, we're referencing this Reddit post from. What's that?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was like, for those that don't know, we're just all of a sudden talking about banging someone's wife. It's this Reddit post from a couple weeks back about this guy in the league. He says, "Guy in my league is 3-5 and desperate to turn his team around and needs more consistency with running back. He sent me a text saying he wants CMC, but there's not really anyone on his team I want. I am currently 7-1, so I don't need to make any changes. He said I could bang his wife one time if I accept the trade and it goes through. Honestly, it's pretty tempting since she has huge tits and I've always fantasized about her. Is it worth throwing my chances to win the ship out the window for a chance to bang his wife?" And did you guys see the first response at the bottom there?
I'm sure I did, but what was it?
Bang first, then back out of the deal. I mean, like, come on, man. Like, you're already going to do him dirty like that, and then you're going to back out of the deal?
There's nothing in my life that I could take so seriously where I'm like, babe, here's the situation. This is what you have to do.
Okay. Babe, how much do you love me?
Now, how much do you like Justin Jefferson?
Yeah.
Weigh your thoughts here.
Babe, is my happiness important in your life? Well, fantasy football makes me happy, and I got a way for me to be a lot happier. I mean, it wouldn't shock me if within 6 months to a year, this guy that's offering his wife out is divorced. I mean, if he's offering her out for fantasy football, I mean, he's got to be offering her out for like he's going to miss a loan payment. I mean, he's running behind, like, you know, he carpools and he hasn't driven for the last 3 weeks. I mean, this guy sounds like he'd trade her for damn near about anything. You know, a Russell Wilson Subway sandwich, extra spicy, might trade her.
A danger witch.
The
Come on,
danger
you gotta-
witch, yeah.
A
gotta
danger
get
witch.
that
Thank
danger witch.
God, I couldn't remember what it was.
You got to get that danger witch, man.
Careful, it's spicy. I'll never. I tried that sandwich. It was the least spicy sandwich I've had in my life. I mean, like with all the ingredients on, you go like, yeah, it's buffalo sauce. Oh, banana pepper. Easy
It was-
here, but
It might have been spicy to Russ. Come on.
yeah, I mean, when pepper gets a little too spicy for you, I'm sure buffalo sauce is pretty danger witch of them.
You know, this guy is that guy that's just like, what did I do wrong? Why are you upset with me?
Babe, I'm 3-5. Do you not understand? I'm losing.
Do you want to be
And
married
it's
to
bullshit because I have the most points against me.
You don't want to be married to a loser, do you? Well, here's your chance.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now you can make me a winner, babe. There's nothing in my life I could even think of that'd be like, yep, that's worth sacrificing my wife for. Especially something like fantasy football. I mean, I'm trying to even think of tangible things where it's just like, you better consider you're about to lose your house. Okay, I gotta consider some things. You know, you're about to go 4-5 in fantasy. Come on, man. What are we doing here?
You know?
All right, Mr. Unlimited Witch. Mr. Unlimited. Babe, I'm gonna win unlimited games if you let him bang me. I need Christian McCaffrey.
This is gonna turn our life
By the
around.
way, is Joe Burrow a system quarterback? Jake Browning is 26 of 30 with a touchdown and a rushing TD.
It's like Joe Burrow's going to be on the trading block here after the year.
Yeah.
See what we can get for him.
Joe Burrow was a system quarterback like Tom Brady was a system quarterback.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, legit. If Joe Burrow would if they did that, Jake Browning's our guy. We got to trade Joe in this crazy contract. I mean, you'd have. I'm trying because Chiefs wouldn't. I'm trying to think of people that have their guy that wouldn't even think of it. But you got to imagine 26 teams probably.
Minnesota would be one of them.
I can't even. What's that?
Minnesota would be one of them.
Give me Burrow.
Yeah. Chiefs would not.
Miami.
And this is discounting all these new rookie contracts. They would trade them away in an instant for Joe Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Jags, they would be fringe, but I think they would keep Trevor Lawrence.
Miami.
Buffalo
would keep Josh Allen,
Yep.
I think. But even those two are not we have to keep him. He's the guy. Philly would keep Jalen Hurts. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen
But,
with Herbert?
They got to get a new coach. By the way,
Yeah.
It's not Herbert.
No, absolutely not.
I feel you know how bad it is where I feel bad for a division rival because it's that used to be a good game to watch. Now it's just this Staley is he's Mr. Numbers Geek and he hits every single number wrong.
Yeah. They should have
Have you ever
left him in Jacksonville when they blew a 31-point lead in the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, Herbert's done everything he can. I would probably say that's a fringe fit. But if you're the Chargers and you could trade Herbert for Burrow right now, just even straight up like that with a contract, you do that in an instant.
Spencer here says he'd take Burrow in Seattle. I mean, come on, over Geno?
Oh,
jeez, come on,
Geno. Oh yeah, but no, Seattle would take him.
Yeah,
I mean, Niners would take him instantly if they couldn't take that cap hit.
No,
no,
they have the best quarterback in the league.
He's got some crazy numbers, man.
The only problem with Burrow is he going to how many full seasons is he actually going to play?
That the ones where he plays a full season, he's competing in the AFC Championship minimum.
Oh, yeah.
I think every other year he's injured.
I think if he goes to the NFC, he's the best quarterback in the NFC.
Yeah, immediately. the AFC is so quarterback heavy. It's insane.
Yes, he is
And
better than
even
Jalen Hurts.
no, have you not seen him run 1 yard behind his center? He's good.
Yeah, I hate that play.
No, I don't know. Joe, it would be so interesting. It would never happen, but like he would immediately be like 20. I think it called it 26 teams instantly would want him. They would take him if it didn't affect their salary cap or anything.
Yep. No, I totally agree with that.
By the way, this is just a little self brag. Me and Trent always will hype him up, but our boy Purdy, he's right now the MVP favorite at plus 300. I think Hurts and Dak are plus 350, so like just behind him. I caught that shit at plus 2,000.
No.
I am rallying so hard, even though I have no influence on it, just because I can earn $10 to $200. I got to do it, man. I got to keep hyping my boy up.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. I definitely think they show that they're the best in the NFC, though.
Yeah.
San Francisco when healthy.
You know what the crazy thing about this MVP race this year is that no one has really stuck out as being the best. Unfortunately, Tyreek plays the wrong position.
Mhm.
They won't ever consider him, even though he should be very seriously considered. But Brock has had this. They will never admit it, but he had the 7-1 streak where the only game they lose is they lost last year. They go undefeated while he's playing, and all of a sudden a concussion. And when the injuries happen, they go 0-3. And then once he's back to healthy, he's 3. Like they've seen the perfect. When this kid's not in, this team doesn't do anything. And when he is, they are winning by. He's sat out 6 fourth quarters this season.
Yeah.
They've had the perfect sample size of seeing that when he's in, they're great. When he's not, they're dog shit.
This is my biasness, but if Kirk can get hurt, he's in the lead for MVP.
MVP.
I truly believe.
I'm sorry. If he isn't injured, yes,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I truly believe that. He was leading in.
Yeah, I mean the way he was going off with JJ at the beginning of the year, TJ was starting to get some reps in there, and let's be real honest, your defense was bad enough where he had to keep putting up monster numbers. Yep.
Just this week, Hurts just caught up to him for passing touchdowns. And how long has he? And he's been out for what, 4 games now?
Yeah, football stat page. I think I follow it on Instagram, and Kirk is still in the top 10 in a lot of categories. Yeah, and he's been out for.
He was having an MVP season, and that's the crappy thing is, guy, he was looking so good.
Yeah, but how many fourth and ones did Kirk convert? Huh?
A couple. We went on. Hey, I would say probably 3.
Yeah, and all the rest of them play calls were passes behind the first down marker.
Yeah.
Classic. You need 8 yards. You call the 7-yard out.
Yep.
Classic.
You need 10. Call the 3-yard play. They'll never see it coming.
That was one of the most frustrating things about the Chicago game is Dobbs sucked. You can't tell me you watched that game and go, wow, Dobbs wasn't that bad. No, he was just terrible. And there were so many people on the Vikings forums and on the Facebook comments just backing him. Like, it really wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as his stats showed. We need to keep holding him. He's a great player. These are the same people that if Kirk Cousins would have a 400-yard game, 4 touchdown, 1 interception game, they would take him to the cross and burn him for that 1 interception.
See, if they would just change the Dobbs rhetoric to going, man, this guy is very serviceable and not great, everyone go, yes, I agree, very serviceable. He's doing very good at servicing right now. But to say the greatness, like he had that one amazing game when they didn't have film on him in your system, and they go, look at this, man, like this is incredible. It's like, well, you can fool one team like that, but then you're going to have film on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, even the second game against New Orleans, once they figured out we need to make this guy sit in the pocket and throw, that's when you started having problems. Denver did the same thing. The one touchdown he did have, it was when he was running out of the pocket and he got out and got a touchdown that way. Outside of that, he was turning the ball or almost turning the ball over. And then Chicago happened, and it's.
How do you think this kid feels? I'm about to get the about to get it pulled up here, but how do you think he feels with, you know, has it been 5 weeks?
Oh yeah. Yep.
How do you think this kid feels right now? You can't right here eyebrows, and they're just gone because when you get some.
When you call up that shrink in Beverly Hills, you know the one got everything will be alright.
Just incredible.
It's it's amazing how people just hook on to one, after one game. There are people that spent $200 on jerseys
like
for him.
No eyebrows.
Yep. Yeah, it's like I said, there are people that spent $150, $200 on jerseys after one like I said, it was an incredible game. It really was for him to come in and do what he did. But
next game you go to, I want you to take a look out for blonde females that have number 87 Vikings jerseys that say Kelsey on the back. Because that was a big thing 2 months ago, and now they just have a custom jersey of no one on the team that says Kelsey on the back.
it's remarkable.
I want you to just keep tabs on how many you see of those.
Hey, you know what though? Hawkinson has really come around. He had his dropping issues. He has been a stud. He's been a real stud the last month, 2 months.
No offense, I hope someone did rip into him. You demanded all this fucking money, and in your dropping balls, you reset the market.
Yeah,
you better get your head out, and now he has. I agree. He's been playing gangbusters.
Yeah, he is earning his money. That is for sure. And hopefully with JJ coming back, he doesn't have to play the workhorse like he has been.
I agree. No, you play it right, and you don't overwork the kid, and he can stay healthy. I think you guys are right. Are you in the hunt right now, or are you in the wild card?
We're the 6th seed right now.
6th seed, yeah. So you're right in it. Just you got to keep JJ in there. You're gonna be just fine.
Well, we have to have a quarterback that doesn't throw behind every single receiver.
Let's see if the Browns will trade Joe Flacco to you.
He's starting.
You missed out on Pete Arm.
Yeah. He didn't look terrible this weekend.
No, I would say it's so funny. Like, I'm surprised. Did we see any Wise Kaepernick with not signed with anyone after Flacco signed? Usually that's the rhetoric of this guy's old and he's old, so why didn't he get a chance? That I didn't see
against each other. They played in the Super Bowl again. They played in the Super Bowl against each other, and Kaepernick has less miles on him than Flacco.
Yeah, it's always like, forget that it's not even, it's beyond rust. Whatever that is when you're restoring shit, that arm ain't moving,
Yep.
Trevor Lawrence is out for an extended period of time because he got hurt tonight, Kaepernick, to the Jaguars.
Cap, get on a plane to, well, we can't make it convenient and ride right at Jacksonville. Jacksonville Jaguars, he's arriving in Orlando, so if you could fly to him, actually, for his private, he's going to change the venue also last second, too.
No, he's got that Allegiant flight to Orlando. You got to get him on.
He's working out, actually, no, he's going to change it. He's going to actually work it out at Florida Atlantic, so if you could just start heading that direction. Oh, wait, you're actually coming Florida Gulf State. Never mind. Yeah, we're not going to go there. I mean, like,
now we're going to coastal Carolina.
Yeah, what's the place in South Carolina? Myrtle Beach. Yeah, I'm going to be at Myrtle Beach now, actually. So, what a fucking joke he is, dude. What the hell happened on that last pass? I thought the Jags had it.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Change of subject here quickly. Bryant, did you get the new Call of Duty, first of all?
Yeah.
How is it? Is it as crappy as I read it is?
Multiplayer is still skill-based matchmaking. It's not as fun. You can grind. You have about 3 good games, and then just becomes a sweat lobby. I hate it.
Yeah.
I've really, in the old, in Modern Warfare 2, they had a called DMZ mode, and it was a PvE mode that you'd play against AI. You could team up, but you're also facing against everyone if it came to it, right?
Yep.
Well, now it's not player versus player, but it's you load in with 6 maps on zombies, and you're all friendly amongst each other. It's they worked out the kinks on DMZ, and the zombies mode has been really taken up. It's actually pretty well done.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
Are you thinking of getting it?
No, I'm not gonna spend money on it. I don't know. I haven't heard a lot of great things about the multiplayer, so
I haven't. Warzone is coming out, I think, this week, but it's been a solid start for me, man. I mean, the zombies mode is like a no thinking. You don't have to like. You're actually grinding. You can just kind of, honestly, you and me. I could be having the same conversation with you, and I could be doing zombies at the same time.
that's nice.
You know, it's a little. It's a little like almost like too easy, but I'd rather err on that side because this zombies mode, I've never been part of the lore or do zombies in a bunch of these older games, but this one is getting me back into it.
Okay. Yeah, and the thing that I loved with Modern Warfare was the campaign, but this one got crapped on too a lot. So
Yeah, it was. I mean, I'm almost 80% through it, and I barely tried playing it 2 afternoons.
yeah.
You know, like you just fly through missions,
Well,
man.
that and basically, aren't you just playing Warzone missions basically for half of it?
Yes, and I do kind of like these missions, but they're very poorly put together. They're like open concept, and instead of you know what Call of Duty is, all right, man, you're gonna we have to get to the other side of this building, and everything's conveniently blocked off, and it just guides you down the one path.
Yep.
Well, now there's like open concept missions where it's like, hey, we need you to take out this tower and this antenna and shoot this guy, and you do it in whatever order you want. But then it's just like you just load a big map of Warzone and you're playing AI.
Yeah.
You know,
It's,
I know that's about every Call of Duty mission ever. I mean, you're not playing against anyone, but it seems very poorly. Like
seems very
from the
lazy.
rumors I've heard, is last minute they changed. They didn't want certain things to happen in the campaign, so they just kind of had to redo everything in the last year, and that's why a lot of them seem like it just like sloppily put together.
Well, and a lot of the rumors was that that it was supposed to originally just be DLC for MW2, and then they turned it into
Yeah,
a full game. But to stick with that, did you see the GTA 6 trailer?
not the trailer yet. A bunch of rumors though.
It was supposed to be revealed tomorrow, but it got
Mhm.
leaked today, and so Rockstar said, "Okay, we'll just release it ourselves." So yeah, the GTA 6 trailer is released now.
I never get that, man. What is the oh man, I'm gonna be the cool guy that leaks something a day early. Like, why are you trying to ruin something, man? We've
Because
already waited a decade for this.
you gotta get those clicks, man.
I I guess, man, but like, I always just hate that. It's I'm
No, I agree. I totally agree with you.
yeah,
But
it's just like you're just ruining something. And what if it's not 100%? Now it looks like, now we're judging something off of a shitty, knockoff on what it is,
mhm,
and it's a company that I for one have always felt, why they take so long is because they put incredible detail out in it, and they do such a good job.
yeah.
Just let them do their thing.
I mean, come on, in RDR2, they had horses' balls swell up when it got cold and that stuff, warm and cold.
No one asked for it, but they but they added it in there.
Yeah, yeah, they
Because that's
know.
the little detail. Because you know what they'd say there'd be some guy like looking like me going, uh, "We're in the winter and I can see the horse's balls dangling. It would never do that in real life." And then they go, "Okay, we're gonna add ball shrinkage," and it's because they just know that there's some fucking dweeb that would hate that, and they did it. They do so many good. I don't, man. I just it gets me clearly gets me worked up.
I will say I hate how they went through 3 generations with GTA 5. I hated that. Like, that's
That
that sucked.
that udder is dry, my friend.
That sucked. But you can guarantee when 6 comes out, it's probably not gonna be like every other game that comes out with a million bugs and just doesn't work right.
it'll be ready.
Yeah, I don't know. It's it's in Vice City again. It'll be nice. It'll be kind of cool because the first Vice City was however long ago, so they can do so many different things with it. I just really hope if they do a huge map like they did with 5, like that whole northern
Mhm.
half was pointless. It was useless. So
Yeah.
actually make content that's usable.
I agree with that. I think the good thing about Vice is you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to have the revamped nice part. Holy shit, look at this nice Las Vegas style city. And then you're going to go across, and then it's going to be the nostalgic type. Remember this old building? Remember the mall? Remember that? They're going to do it right, you know?
Yeah. That's the other thing is I do wish they had a different location. But again, they'll be able to do a lot of cool things they haven't done before. I would love a GTA in Vegas. Vegas would be an amazing place. Or Chicago. Do
Yeah.
gangster type stuff there. But
Isn't Liberty City just Chicago? Or is
that's
that
New
New
York.
York?
That's New York.
It is? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, either way, city with a bunch of crime. I guess I just assumed it was Chicago.
That's true. Or St.
You
Louis.
know, can you blame a guy? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, but it doesn't have the Sears Tower in it. Come on.
Yeah. Wait, isn't it not Sirius Tower anymore?
Willis Tower. I'm sorry.
Willis Tower, yeah. Get that shit right. Immediately, Willis Tower. They
But yeah,
charge. They still charge for tours? Oh my lord. Never going back to Chicago.
I've been there once and I enjoyed it, but I don't need to go again. I got in back then the Sears Tower. Saw Navy Pier, saw the museum and aquarium.
Yep.
Got some real deep dish pizza and saw a Broadway show. I've had the Chicago experience.
Our high school band trip was basically that whole thing. A couple years ago, I went to an Iowa Cubs game, went to Wrigleyville again. That's Chicago.
Yeah, no, I guess.
Oh, and I left with 0 punctures in the side of my stomach, so that was kind of nice. Not getting shanked. It was
Yeah,
really nice.
we drove by Fenway. I guess I didn't actually go in Fenway, but it's like okay, I saw Fenway in person. There's that. So yeah, I left without any new holes in my body. I'm good to go.
At least ones you didn't pay for, right? No piercings or anything. So
Yeah, yeah. That's the type of stuff you do when you go to Chicago.
yeah, yeah. That's where you go wild and crazy. What happens in Chicago? That's where it originates from.
You go to Vegas to gamble. You go to Chicago to get a Prince Edward or Prince Henry, whatever they are. Prince Charles. What prince is it?
Oh, yeah. Which prince you don't want to know? All I know is I can't get through airport security now without an embarrassing conversation.
And that's all because of one bad night in Chicago.
All because of one. Oh, I'm dangling a little different.
All right, should we end it on that?
Yes.
We already lost one guy here.
Yeah, well, you're dangling different. He was done with us, so I agree. Let's get out of here.
All right, well, everyone, thanks for tuning in. We have fun with these, so keep on sharing this with your friends and keep it growing. And make sure you tune in to Amateur Hour with Bryant and Trent. And I don't know if Joey's going to be on. He seems like he's going to be super busy, but
Yeah, it's his busy season, so he'll probably have his thoughts in there that I will give as much Joey effort as I can to as much authentic Joey as I can give. But
I need his thoughts on if Caitlin Clark has become a villain.
I don't think so yet. She's done a bunch of commercials. And this is not to be offensive. I don't think she's done as well this year because I mean she had such a stupid good year last year, like 33 points a game. So when she's only getting 27 or 28, it's like, oh my god, you're not, you know. So I think not villain yet, but if I keep seeing her in these State Farm commercials, I might change my mind.
Well, it's just I saw the video clip of her like shoving someone down onto the ground the other day.
Oh,
I was like, okay, this seems
weird.
A little crazy.
I didn't hear the thug word getting thrown around like it was if it was Angel Reese. I don't know why though, Ryan.
I don't know what it could be. What's the difference between Angel Reese and Caitlin?
Oh no! All right, let's end it before we answer that question here.
All right. Have a good night, everyone.